Alright, it is time for Azurelands Gaige Day 2. Now, today, we are going to go ahead and start by doing a little bit of Pirate DLC, just enough to push to unlock a Rapier. And then we do want very specific parts on it. We do want it to be as Vladoff filled as possible, and we do want it to be shock so that we can run it with this gun hack skill. So that is the thing we're going to go ahead and start out with. And then after that, pretty much we're just going to push progression. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, it is time to get farming. And actually, I'm curious, we do have that movement speed relic on, which does also provide a little bit of jump height. And yeah, we can just barely make that jump without a grenade. That's going to feel super nice. Hopefully we do get slightly better versions of agility relics as we go along. And then we can just sort of skip some like jumps that I would normally have to do with grenades. Time to start farming. Oh, right, you are not here anymore. Okay, we need to figure out where the rapier went. Okay, so I was a little bit wrong about where we get the rapier. It is no longer a quest reward. It is, in fact, an item that you farm from a mob, specifically Grendel. So it's still in the exact same map that it was. We just are in the wrong spot, basically. Okay. So yeah, we have Grendel here. He's a little higher level than us, but that's okay. That just means we'll get some XP. And yeah, okay, so he does drop it, and the parts on it are a little bit random. So we do have a funny Torg assault rifle barrel on it, but it does roll with just a normal old barrel. And then we can pretty much just try to get as many Vladoff parts and a shock prefix as we can. Alright, so we're gonna hit level 16 while we're here. And it's a little bit weird that I am trying to farm a perfect for this character version of the rapier, but it is just a stat stick that we will be able to hold for the entire rest of the game, because we do not care about the amount of damage that it deals. So getting a nice pokey stick now will translate to just keeping that nice pokey stick for the entire rest of the game, and we will never actually have to refarm the item. So that is kind of why we're trying to do this now. Okay, so this is unfortunate, but this is the shock one that we want, just without any of the parts at all that we want. If I did have this gun hack skill right here, which would only take us 6 levels to get, it would boost our movement speed by 30 more %. And this is 19.7 miles an hour, the other one was 20, so this would just be a better pick, but we are going to, of course, keep farming. Here, real quick, I'm going to go back to Sanctuary and actually go ahead and respec our character, because I do want to go ahead and keep with claws, but I do want to try to get gun hacks pretty quick, and we are 1 skill point away from being able to get it if we would just reinvest from here over to this skill tree. And then that would also give us a little bit of swap speed, which is cool, but mainly because it would put us 1 point away from here. Okay, level 17. So let's go ahead and look at our movement speed, 19.74 miles an hour. Go ahead and spec gun hacks, 23 miles an hour. Okay, so it's a little bit faster. I don't know if that's an exact translation of 30%. It probably basically is, but that's not bad. We can still run a little bit faster with it. So with this kill, we are now level 18. We have been here for quite a while now and have not found a better version of the rapier than this one. So we'll probably just have to settle for that and just pretty much just walk forward for a while with the game. And then maybe if we feel like it, we can come back and do this again. But yeah, we've been here for a while. Alright, how's our melee versus Wilhelm? He's always really awkward to melee since he does apply knockback just for being near him. And then he just is super aggressive with his moveset. So it's always awkward to test. Okay, this is a new one for me, I'll be honest. And there we go. Okay. Managed to rodeo on top of him for quite a while, though. Yeah, like this. Okay, this is a new method for sure. Cool, that works. Alright, and we did get a grenade. It is called the Grandstand, and it's pretty much like a bonus package. It's pretty cool. I do like that. That's pretty neat. And then we might stay here for a little while, because there is another grenade I'm interested in. Okay, we got a Fortuna. All weapon stats are increased. That's cool. Not sure if it has a special effect outside of just being kind of neat. Okay, but we do have this. That is cool. And then here it is, the grenade jumper. Oh, that's so high on this character. Alright, cool. Yeah, last time we had this, we were playing Krieg, so we couldn't take great advantage of it. But now that we're playing a character that doesn't have the body weight of like 15 bad moths put together, we can totally just sort of use it. So that'll be nice. That's so dumb. That's so nice though. Alright, and Thresher. Meleeing Thresher is always a little weird. But he's probably... yeah, he's about dead already. Alright, cool, there we go. And we got level 19 off of that. I don't feel like we'll have to spend a lot of time in Clan Wars, which is nice. So we got Sanctuary back in the air, and we are going to go ahead and start Clan Wars here. Now, we would do the good, the bad, and the Mordecai normally, but the XP relic is not there anymore. The XP relic, as a matter of fact, does not exist. So, we just have to, you know, like, get XP through progression and normal stuff like a normal person instead. Alright, and once again, the Triquetra is now called Greed. And so with it, it costs 2 ammo a shot, and it's just kind of a very high pellet weapon, pretty much. Also, it does fire slow, but that is a common thing with these Jacob's weapons. So it is kind of just a thing that it is. Alright, so we are at Clan Wars, the final part of it here. And normally we would have to farm this from like level 19 to level 20 or 21, but we're already level 20, so we can pretty much just stay here to farm out the legendary weapons, like the dead shot here, and then we can just immediately move on if we want to. Also, I will go ahead and cover it real quick. The dead shot is basically a Maggie that's bound to 1 mag size, so it's 1 mag, and it does almost 900% crit damage. So yeah, it's just a really high crit damage Maggie, and you just shoot it once and then reload. That's pretty much it. That's like the gimmick. Alright, cool. And we've got this mod's version of the Slaga, which is now actually the Jalapeno. It is now just a really high burn damage. Yeah, that's just it. That's it. It just does fire, and it's an SMG pretty much. So it's neat that it is dedicated, but that's most of what it does. Yeah, it's just that. The burn damage is really, really strong. Alright, and level 21. So yep, we'll go ahead and take this level that we're at now. Pretty much push for a while. I think we should be good until after Bunker, and then it'll pretty much be King Mong from there. Okay, so Bloodwing got away, but it's okay, because Death Trap is actually just putting in work right now. Alright, cool. Yeah, not bad. Thank you, Death Trap. So it is time for Bunker. We are level 22. The area is going to be level 24. If we suffer, that's probably why. It's definitely not to blame on our melee build. It is totally just because we are under-leveled and under-geared. A weird thing about our assault rifle is we can use it to break our shield since it is shock damage, which is pretty fun. And of course, yeah, we do a lot of melee damage right now since this is normal mode and it's with claws. And we're holding a rapier. So yeah, this should be fine, hopefully. Why did that give me more boost when I was further away from it? That was very odd, but okay. So, for Bunker, hopefully he touches down soon, but I'm thinking I want to try to use the dead shot just to see how much damage it does, since it does have that 900% crit on it. And worst case, we might be able to just melee the boss. Okay, not bad little chunks for sure. Okay. Yeah. So within one cycle, this gun was able to go ahead and get Bunker gone. That's not bad. Alright, we got our first weapon. So, this is Brimstone. And Brimstone is interesting. It is basically a flat-off assault rifle, but it does shoot lasers, and it is pretty cool to look at. Right, so let's go ahead and test out the Brimstone here. And yeah, that's pretty fun. Of course, we would need a decent little bit of mag size buff to make this more useful. But as you can see, whenever it does ramp up to its max fire rate, it does start to just dump on enemies, which is super cool. So yeah, this could be a fun gun if we had more mag size to work with. And we got a Helix. So this is kind of a take on like the BL1 Helix. And it tries to do the Helix shape that they do, but it does have the more BL2 rocket properties where they start to wander a lot. But it's still basically a good bandit launcher. This one has 20 mag size, so that's pretty fun. So yeah, this should hold it down pretty well. And we'll probably try to just go forward from here even. Alright, and now we have two weapons. So we've got the Rocket Jumper, which basically is a pretty high fire rate, decent version of the Bada Boom that is incredibly low damage. And it has ×7 pellet count instead of ×6, so it is of course made for rocket jumping. And then we have the Javelin. This thing is pretty much what it says. It's a javelin. So you just reload it and throw it, and it flies in a perfectly straight line. It is super nice and predictable, and it was great on our Krieg when we played through with it. And we'll probably hold on to it and try to use it on this character too a little bit. Saturn, which is Saturn the Ultimate, and I don't know why he's called that, and I don't want to find out, so let's just start swinging. Okay, we actually did manage to melee him. Thank goodness. Alright, so before we go off to Heroes Pass and all that stuff, we do need some XP because we are level 26. And we're going to try to do Mutated Varkids. So we're just going to jump over here to Caustic Cavern since we haven't unlocked it yet. And then we'll pretty much just do that until like level 29. Alright. So this should be level 29. There we go. Okay. Cool. So yeah, level 29, we can go ahead and push Warrior with this. We have Magnetic Personality so that we can get the pulls on enemies with Death Trap. We'll have to see how that feels. And then, honestly, there's not anything that I really want out of this tree to push it down further. But I do have plans for a different build once we do hit level 31. So we will try that. Is that a chubby? Yes. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey, he actually dropped something. Oh, Legendary Necromancer Comm. Okay. So, it gives cooldown, and it gives Unstoppable Force, it gives Symbiotic Shielding, it gives Firewall, Turtle Power, and Supercharged Systems. Interesting. Okay. So with this, I'm kind of... I don't know. I'm kind of just feeling like an Amp Shield build, which is unfortunate because who wants to just wear a B all the time? But like, the extra shield recharge delay and rate, the chance to just ignore damage taken, and then the bonus to the amp damage here, and the extra reduced recharge delay. And then, I mean, there is a max health and max shield boost here, and then there is a health regen skill here as well. But all of this stuff would make it pretty nice to wear an amp shield. So that could be a thing with this, or I could just make a healthy build, because you could also just do a healthy build. Okay, so for Heroes Pass, we're pretty much going to do the normal skips, but I am curious about how well the Grenade Jumper and our Agility Relic will help us out here. So usually it's pretty normal. You come over here to where this bridge is, jump over this, and then you have to climb on that little barrel right here, and then jump up here. And usually you like barely can make that. And then from here you'd run all the way down this, up there, jump on there, and then go over. But we're just gonna kind of like do this from here. So that feels pretty good. And then once more. And then maybe here. Okay, yeah, no, I did mess that up. But that's okay, we can just place another one. And yeah, we're pretty much there. So these are a little bit strong, but it is nice. Okay, so this fight should be pretty chill overall. We should pretty much just be poking the mans until he is gone. And that's it. That's the entire plan here. Yeah, so the melee in normal mode clearly, like, it's going to be strong no matter what, pretty much. And that's kind of why I'm running it. I will plan on having different builds for TVHM and on. It's just that melee is so easily accessible, and you literally just need to replace, like, the shield you're wearing, and maybe get a better class mod if you're lucky. And that's pretty much why we were running it through here. Also, since we have a javelin, let's test it on this character and see what it's like. And yeah, it's not nearly as strong as it was on Krieg, but that's still very, very respectable damage. Let's go buy ammo. Real quick. Right, and just like that, normal mode warrior is down. So, yeah, melee, good. Can be used to just smack through everything, but we have been doing a lot of melee stuff recently, so we will be speccing out of it, and I will be trying Anarchy Tree out, because I did want to wait until we could get this capstone skill here, to just see what it feels like whenever the full tree is built. And then we will, of course, come back to the melee build when we do our OP10 testing. And we got a party popper. It is level 30. We'll get that real quick off of Jack, probably. And yeah, so we got level 30 off of that. We can have the speedrunner trouble of trying to press this. Probably. There we go. Okay, so Party Popper, what do you do now? That... Wow, that sucks. Alright, cool. That is very painful on the eyes. Yeah, that's something. So it's like, ow my eyes, followed by Lead Storm. Cool. Sure. Cool. So we went ahead and respec'd our character real quick. And I'll probably have to mess with this build a lot because there is a lot going on in the right tree over here. But we are going to try to actually aim our weapons for a while. Because if we look at Delinquent Duo, we do have an extra stack of delinquency anytime we actually hit a crit, a dot, or a kill. So crits would be really, really nice to hit, and then dots would also be really nice to apply, and then of course a kill eventually will happen. So we are going for that. We have some gun damage or fire rate here. We have the 1 point skill here, just because it will be nice no matter what benefit we get from it. We have extra reload mag size and ammo regen on kill. We've got Prodigy with a Prodigy Calm on, because that extra DOT chance, crit strike chance, or critical damage, reload speed, and shield recharge rate looks good. We've got the bullet speed, critical damage, and accuracy when our magazine is below half. I have angry.exe, but I don't know if I'll use it, because a problem we might run into is the fact that we might, you know, like reload, and then when the effect goes off, it could hit a barrel. And if it hits a barrel, we could probably die. So we'll just kind of see on that. And then we do have Anarchy here. So every 30 seconds, whenever you tag an enemy with damage, this will roll a random number between 1 and 10. And if you have a higher number, it'll increase your fire rate, movement speed, and reload speed. And if you hit a low number, it will buff accuracy, damage, and mag size. So either way, really nice benefits, so that will be fun. And then I am working down left tree once again, because we have the shield recharge delay and rate and shield capacity here. I will probably ignore with claws. I won't use the melee aspect of it, but I will take advantage of the fact that it does provide cooldown for Death Trap. We're going to get that little bit of kill skill here for the chance to ignore damage. We'll get this, and then we'll probably grab like 1 or 2 more things here, and then we'll figure stuff out. So yeah, that'll go ahead and do it for today. Tomorrow we will go ahead and work on TVHM. So yeah, day 2.